word is guidance. In the divine presence, I am guided. Divine guidance is not only found in burning bushes or mind-blowing revelations. More often it arrives as gentle nudges, subtle enough to overlook, ordinary enough to dismiss. Yet these quiet signals are holy too. A craving for sweetness, a need for fresh air, a muscle that tightens or relaxes, all can be taken as cues to care for your body and soul. As I become present to the fullness of my humanity, my senses, intuition, inner knowing, I recognize guidance as flowing. It invites restorative resting of my mind and heart. It is an alert stillness that listens, a receptive openness where clarity emerges and gentle direction unfolds. I trust the quiet impulses that draw me forward, allowing the simplest moments to lead me towards my soul's fulfillment with ease. From Exodus 33:14. My presence will go with you, and I will give you rest. And I'd like to invite the bowl ringers again so that we can prepare for meditation. As we prepare for meditation, I invite you to close your eyes if that is comfortable for you, and take a deep breath and release. Let's take another deep breath and release. And once more, breathe into our heart space and release. As we continue to feel the vibrations of the singing bowls, the chimes, and the notes that Jack is so beautifully playing on the piano, we allow our breath to move into our heart space. And in this sacred moment, we allow ourselves to attune to divine grace. We allow divine guidance to move us forward. And what we understand as right and perfect actions that benefit our neighbors as well as ourselves. And we again breathe into divine grace.
at its core in our heart space. And as we breathe out, we release its powerful expression of love throughout this sacred physical space where we sit and where we stand. And we continue to breathe in and out, in and out, in and out, divine grace. We affirm the truth that brings us together on this beautiful day as we live, breathe, and have our being in God. And we know that God lives, breathes, and has expression in each and every one of us. For we are one heart, one mind, one love. And we breathe into that knowing of love, of light, of mindfulness. And as we continue to breathe deeply yet gently in and out, we take our knowing, our truth into the silence, into the silence, into the silence. And as we bring our attention back into this sacred space, we know that the light that we shine is divine light. The love that we express is divine love. The power that we tap into is divine power. And we live, breathe, and have our being in this God power. And so it is. And so we let it be. Amen.
Something's calling me. Something's calling me. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. One dark night my soul it wanders, searching for the light that moves me. And God is everything and everywhere, and I belong. He gently wakes me from my sleep, and everybody said, something's calling me. Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Oh Lord, oh Lord, take me deeper than I ever been before. Oh Lord, take me deeper than I ever been before. I surrender my life to you. Oh Lord, oh Lord, I give my life to you. Oh, love is calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. The passion's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. My faith keeps calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. Peace is calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before. God is calling me, and I'm grateful like I've never been before.
So, what is calling us? And are we listening? Are we listening? The title of our lesson today, the theme of our lesson today, is on listening. Listening is our guide and our work. Think about that. Listening. When you hear a voice no one else can hear, yet it's clear speaking in your ear, and you finally know what it's time to do, that's your true calling, calling you. Those are the words to a song by Jana Stanfield. I don't know if many of you know Jana. She is an amazing artist, amazing singer and songwriter. And she no longer lives in the States, but I met her when I was a student in seminary, and she was amazing. And she continues to be amazing. When we listen to our inner voice, there is a deep knowing of what is ours to do. And we must not only listen, but we must follow divine guidance. It's not enough to listen, although that is incredibly important. But we must also follow that guidance. Because our inner voice is our GPS of our soul. Our GPS of our soul. And similar to the GPS in our automobiles and in our smartphones, our inner voice system tells us the best route to take to get to where we need to go. Our inner voice of spirit never takes us down the wrong path, the wrong road, which is actually unlike some of our in-car navigation systems, right? I know I had that experience yesterday, listening to my GPS was taking me down the wrong road. But our inner voice of spirit never creates a challenge for us. In fact, our inner voice does just the opposite. When we listen and follow its guidance, our inner voice gets us through the most challenging and thorny situations. However, the question most often asked by skeptics of inner guidance is this. Well, what if I'm listening to the wrong thing? How can I tell when it's my inner voice rather than some other voice? Well, of course, my answer is your inner voice is gentle. Your inner voice is compassionate. Your inner voice is kind and loving. It doesn't belittle you or make you feel bad. The voice provides a win-win scenario when it guides you. If we're frustrated with the guidance we're receiving from our inner GPS, it's because our ego wants us to do something else. There may be times when you ask for guidance, but when you receive it, you say, oh no, I can't do that. Yeah. This is what I want to do. It's as though you're talking to Garmin or Alexa, and it says, in 500 feet, turn right. And based on what you think you know about the route to a certain place, you say, that's not right. I'm going to go left. And you may or may not get to where you're going in the time frame that you want to get there. But your inner voice, on the other hand, will always guide you to your right and perfect place. When we ask for divine guidance, we receive it perfectly. And it's up to each of us to listen, to listen to our divine guidance. And with faith and expectation, know that the right and perfect guidance will come in the right and perfect time. Divine guidance, our inner voice. But then the question is for so many people, well, then how do I listen? And of course, the answer is with an open heart. With an open heart and a trusting mind. Release, let go, let God. By releasing doubt and surrendering to the guidance of spirit, the listening process is always forthcoming with the answers that we seek. But we must be present to the experience. We must be patient in the activity of the waiting. Being fully engaged in listening means that you are focused on the question and open to the limitless possibilities that Spirit creates in every moment. I found a wonderful little short poem to bring home the point that I'm making here today. And this is the poem. When your heart's wide open, because your mind's been changed, and the dreams you dream are not the same, there's a gate that's open, and you can walk right through. This little poem correctly describes the listening process. Open heart, trusting mind, and fully engaged faculties of your imagination. Open heart, trusting mind, engaged imagination. It's spirit calling you to your good, your answer to what you are seeking. Your aspirations may be large or small. It doesn't really matter. It's in the asking and the faith in knowing that divine guidance is assured that we receive. There is a perfect statement that was in Daily Word actually a number of years ago. I keep all of my daily words. And this particular daily word statement is so appropriate for today's lesson. I ask God for clear guidance and the wisdom to recognize it. The wisdom to recognize it. Then I wait expectantly, yet patiently. Knowledge and insight come to me naturally. When we ask Spirit expectantly, patiently, we do receive the answer. There is no struggle when we are attuned to our inner guidance, our God essence, our Christ essence, our truth. Release and let go, and let Spirit guide us. Let Spirit do the navigating. And as we listen to Spirit, our navigator, turn when your inner voice says turn. Stop for the red light and slow down for the caution light when your inner voice says so. Not your ego, your inner voice. We are divinely equipped to take the road, any road less traveled, because we have the internal navigation system to lead the way. There is no need for us to be afraid. There is no need for us to fear the valleys in our lives, and we all have valleys in our lives at different points. But the valleys are just ways for the mountains in our lives to be more majestic. Are you experiencing a valley right now in your life? Collectively, many of us feel that we're experiencing valleys in our lives right now. Well, we can walk through. We must walk through the valley and know that we are on our way to the mountain. Embrace the valley, because there is wisdom in the valley experience. Listen to what the valley is teaching you and then apply that teaching in every way that it needs to be applied, so that there is no need to repeat that valley experience again. Our inner voice. Our inner voice is speaking to us when we inquire. And it is speaking to us even when we don't inquire. Our inner voice looks out for us. We're presented with guidance by our inner voice in many ways, and through hunches, as a feeling, as a sense, as a knowing. Even in the valley, and perhaps especially in the valley, our inner voice whispers to us, do this, do that. No, not that. Whatever we need, we receive when we listen to our inner voice to guide us in the right way. I love the wisdom of Eric Butterworth. I had the pleasure of meeting him many, many, many years ago before he passed away and before I went to seminary. And his wisdom never fails. There is a brief saying in a piece that he wrote, Dawn of Inspiration. And I'd like to share it with you this morning because it is absolutely appropriate in speaking on wisdom, inner guidance, listening. And he says, the intuitive process is simply the creative activity of the infinite mind, continuing its works within us. This mind of minds within us is not some extraneous force that is impinging itself upon us. It is a dimension of our own inner mind. Think about that. And he goes on to say, the important thing is expect to be guided. Get the feeling of the movement within you, of the infinite process unfolding. Cultivate it, encourage it, practice acting on your hunches, on intuitional guidance. The divine creative intention is ever with you, never separate from you. Never separate from you. Ask for guidance. It comes, it is there. Your inner voice, your intuition, your divine wisdom. It's all there. And I'd like to now share a prayer that I adapted for our message, our lesson this morning. And so I invite you to close your eyes and be present to this prayer, which I titled Guidance. Trusted guide, you are my mentor, my inspiration, my home of good choice and decisions. You help me to search with confidence as I find my way to inner peace. You gather your wisdom around me. You guide me carefully as I make choices about how to use my energy positively. You place your discerning touch on my mind so that I will think clearly. You place your loving fingers on my heart so I will be more attentive to what is really of value. You teach me how to hear your voice, to be aware of what is on my mind and heart, to attend to your wisdom in those around me, to acknowledge my intuitions and ponder my dreams, to listen to earth and all of life. For in each piece of my existence, you are guiding me. Guide of my life. Thank you for all you have given me. You reveal my spiritual path and direct me in the living of it. You lead me to inner peace and oneness with you. And now, in closing, let us affirm together. I listen to my inner voice and follow its unwavering guidance. Let's say that again. I listen to my inner voice and follow its unwavering guidance. And so it is, and so we let it be. Thank you. Thank you.
When you hear a voice no one else can hear, yet it's loud and clear, ringing in your ear, and you finally know what it's time to do. It's your true calling, calling you. Your true calling, calling you. When your heart's wide open, 'cause your mind's been changed, and all your dreams are not the same. There's a gate that's open, you can walk right through. That's your true calling, calling you. That's your true calling, calling you. You can ask yourself, is this a voice I can trust? You think you can't, but you know that you must. You're afraid you'll fall if you let go, but there's only one way you'll ever know. Those wings you keep folding are meant to be used. There's your true calling is calling you. Your true calling is calling you. You ask yourself, am I asking it too much? You think you can't, but you know that you must. When your heart's wide open, 'cause your mind's been changed, and the dreams you dream are not the same. There's a gate that's open, you can walk right through. That's your true calling, calling you. Your true calling, calling you. You ask yourself, is this a voice I can trust? You think you can't, but you know that you must. Just trust. There's a gate that's open, you can walk right through. That's your true calling, calling you. That's your true calling, calling you. Your true calling, true calling, your true calling, calling you.
Thanks for watching. Join us Sundays at 10:30 a.m. at the Carlsbad Senior Center, 799 Pine Avenue, Carlsbad, California. Hope to see you there and have a blessed week.